Look at that.
Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight. Where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to
A hard-running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
And here we go.
Hello, Houston. Y'all ready for that? You're going to get it whether you're ready or not. Howdy, everybody. I'm Bob Tolman, along with Boyd Polhamus and the handsome Andy Seiler. I want you to think about something. When everybody's talking about money for this, money for that. Today's a money day. In this Super Series, we're going to crown the champions. They get the big checks. And I think it's going to be about as exciting as it could be, Boyd.
It's got to be, because first of all, let me explain something. It's called a sweep. Each Super Series has 3 rounds, okay? The contestants compete against each other for 3 rounds of competition. If you win all 3 rounds, we define that as a sweep, and it's very rare. It only happened one time last year. But today, in this Super Series alone, there's 3 opportunities. In the team roping, Caleb Driggers and Junior Nogata could have a sweep. In the bronc riding, Regan Smith could have a sweep. And in the bull riding, Trevor Rice could win all 3 rounds. I'm hoping we see that, because that would be historical.
Well, not only would it be historical, but it would be life-changing for some of these athletes. I mean, you look at the world champions in the team rope, and they already have a great resume. That's Caleb and Junior. That's one of the sweeps you were talking about. For Trevor, I mean, he's made it to the National Finals Rodeo. But the man in the middle, Regan Smith, the long-haired cowboy, it would be life-changing money if he were to leave here with that biggest check of all of $65,000. It would catapult him in the standings and could give him a shot at his first ever National Finals Rodeo.
It would easily be the biggest win of his career. Listen, we've got a 4th member of this great team. She's down on the arena floor bringing you all from the dirt, all the info from the dirt. Let's go down to Janie Johnson. Hi, Janie.
Hi, Boyd. It's Saturday at Rodeo Houston. It doesn't get any better than this. Dwight Yoakam will take the star stage here in just a little bit. I'm back here behind the buck and shoots, and you guys were talking about a sweep. We've seen it time and time again. You don't have to get a sweep in your Super Series in order to move on and possibly win Rodeo Houston. A guy I think we all have our eye on is 10-time world champion Stetson Wright. He moved on out of the bull riding from Super Series number 1. He's in the saddle bronc riding here in Super Series number 2. I had a chance to talk to him, asked how he's feeling. He says he's feeling fine, a few aches and pains, and also nothing hurts when you're winning. He is due for a win tonight. He has an awesome horse, Bay Nation. It's going to take a lot of rain, going to fit the champ just perfectly. Look out, Stetson Wright.
We will be watching for that. Thank you, Janie. Let's start the competition with the tie-down roping, the first contest of the day. Boot Barn is the proud presenting sponsor of this competition. And so far, so good if you're the youngest guy here. Ace Reese, only 19 years old, and a field of world champions. This guy is having his way with it. World champions Jarrett, Lewis, and Webb. But it's Ace Reese, $375 to the good over the number 2 man, Riley Webb.
Keachai, Louisiana's Macon Murphy will be the first to toss out a line in the tie down. It was 11-4 in round 1. Made a deposit of $750. Split the win last night for $2,500 with that 8 and 9. If he got out today, this afternoon performance could be a good start with a little black baldy. Gather him up and finish the tie. And he is going to hustle back to his horse. He did not like the look of that hooey, Bob.
Well, the hooey is your best friend or your worst enemy. And what Andy just referenced, watch when he makes the tie. There's the 2 wraps. Here comes the half hitch, the hooey. He clawed one. Oh, he stuck it right between the hooves on the bottom foot. That's not good.
Thankfully, it's official at 11-1.
Second fastest run of his 3. Macon's in the hunt, so we'll leave it sit there for right now. Go now to the man who is not only your defending champion, he not only won this rodeo last year in 2025, he won it in 2023 as well. He is a 3-time and reigning world champion tie-down roper, and as Andy pointed out yesterday, he's only 22 years old. He's already won Houston twice and the world title 3 years in a row. His name is Riley Webb. Hard running calf, he's got to reach, and does.
Whoa! That's out of the norm, boys.
Oh, couple of,
He got caught in a speed trap right there.
yeah, those are very uncharacteristic, Andy, of this guy. He has a little trouble getting to the calf, and then to misstring that front leg, that's just stuff that this guy doesn't do.
But he doesn't panic. I mean, at 10-6, you watch. He slows down right before he starts tying the calf, does not panic, gets back in his rhythm, and for the moment, 10-6 is the fastest time out of the first two.
The operant qualifier there is for the moment.
Yeah, it's a short moment. I didn't say how long the moment was, Boyd.
This is true. That's why I'm just hanging on to the qualifier.
Let's see if Hayden Ford can have smooth moments. White House, Texas. He's had a pretty good one already for the year. He got some money at Fort Worth, San Antonio. Got the money at Tucson, Arizona. Now he's a year older. Does that mean he's going to be better because he's a year older? Not necessarily. We keep talking about young Ace at 19 years old. Age does not play a factor, but how were you raised? Are you a second or third generation cowboy, calf roper, Andy?
Well, I think some of the younger competitors, some of the big money opportunities they've had growing up, they don't get as nervous. They've been roping for big bucks for a long time, but a misfire for the White House, Texas Cowboy, and I think he broke the barrier too, so a lot of things went wrong there for Hayden.
And that hurts because he was 9 flat last night and split third and fourth. He had a chance coming in today. Now, Ryan Jarrett has been uncharacteristically quiet. No money in the first 2 rounds for Ryan. Had a no time last night, 13-2 on his first. But here is the beautiful thing. If he could come out and win this round, win $3,000, that may be just exactly what he needs to qualify out of this Super Series to a semifinal. 4 contestants, the highest money winners qualify. The other 4 get kicked to the curb. He's going for the win. He's going for the win. Whoa. Come on, Ryan Jarrett. Go get him, bud. Oh.
All right, there's a little bit of a speed trap. Did he really have a hold with his right thumb over that left hind leg? Doesn't look like it is. He said, guys, come get him. We're in a wreck. We're not going to win anything. Houston, would you do me a favor and give a superstar, all-around champion of the world in the past? See that? Didn't get him folded. Thank you for that.
Yeah, he's won this rodeo before, way back in 2015. But right now we're going to Bo Pickett. We asked him, how do you stay calm at a big rodeo like Houston?
I try to breathe and then just imagine him in the practice pen, but it's hard to do. I mean, you're sitting with your thoughts for a long time, so it can be challenging.
Well, it's true. You got to stay calm. If you get too hyped up, you'll try to hurry up. And when you hurry up, you make mistakes. It's good to be fast, but smooth with no mistakes is always fast.
I've been told that breathing is important too, almost necessary.
Well, if you don't want to assume room temperature.
He's been 10-9 and 8-9, 2 solid times, and he is in a great position to move on. Calf standing when he gets there. Gather him up. The man from the Treasure Valley at 11-2 will add a little more treasure to his chest. 3,500 before this afternoon, Bob, and we're going to add to that total.
As you go to splitting the money up, Ace, what can you get away from him? Ace comes in with $3,875. That's a pile of money. For the 19-year-old from Aquila, Texas. He's already in the top 40 for the year. We're early in the season. He got the money at Fort Worth, took that title. And you go to thinking about another 3, 4, 5,000.
And he's already in. He's got 38.75 won. So he's already in. He could take a chance and just go for broke to make another $3,000. But he's already got enough money to qualify to a semifinal.
Threw a tough calf that took a left-hand turn in round one. But this one doesn't go on. But to Boyd's point, he knew that he could take a little bit of a risk because of the money he had already earned. Now it's the exact opposite case for a veteran world champion from the West Texas town of Hereford, 44-year-old Monty Lewis. The millionaire and a grad from West Texas A&M needs to do it now.
Won't matter. He hasn't won any money. The most he can win is $3,000, and you got to be over $38.75 to get in.
Yeah, that's the bottom hole, what Ace Reese has. You know.
But Andy's got a point. He could knock some guys down. He could knock Bo Pickett down. But it's, again, it doesn't, I don't think the math would equate. Even if he wins the round with $3,000, I don't think it'll get him to the semifinal.
I'll take the 3,000 and hook them for Hereford, Texas. Raining up there today. He'll get there by the time the storm is over. Now look at him position that horse. In the corner against the pads, nod, ride, 3 swings. Throw it. Boy, if that didn't fit, it only had a half of an inch of slack in it. What did you just say? 1 wrap and a half inch. Oh my, 9.5. Does that make you feel any better after everything that we said about it? He brought the big gun today, boys.
Well, as Boyd pointed out, he was projecting that it would not advance money, and it won't, but $3,000 will sure make the trip back to Hereford easier.
That's right. The money still spends whether you get to rope again at Rodeo Houston or not. Sadly, Joel Harris is in the same boat. He comes in with, $250 once, so the most he can win is $32.50, and it takes $38.75 to advance. So his goal is going to be 9-4, right? Just be 9-4 and win the round.
Why don't you just go ahead and be 9 flat? Very capable of doing it. Here you go, San Angelo's hot shot. Yeah. String up, done. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Boys, that's better than a 9.
I don't think an 888 is possible, but I'll take the 8-8.
Well, regardless, they made us wait on it, but I'd love to be as fast as you, Joel Harris. Excellent job waiting till the very last moment to win go round 3 of our second Super Series.
And when you look at the tiebreaker on money 1 between Pickett and Murphy, Pickett beats him by 4/10 of a second. Oh, the highlights. You got to have your horse's head in the game. You better have your head in the game. Rope them with the long one. Tie them with the short one. Try to land on your feet if you can. And there's a look. He's going to get back, though. That's your defending champion, Riley Webb. That's a world champion that's going home. And here's today. Well, actually, this is the money for Super Series number 2. Bo Pickett's going to edge Macon Murphy with the tiebreaker by 4/10 of a second in the aggregate. That's how we break it when the money is even. And that means Bo's going to get the guitar. He was the guy that talked to you and told you it's tough to stay calm. It's tough to stay calm when there's a lot of time leading up. But that custom Houston guitar is going to the man from Caldwell, Idaho. The Treasure Valley has got a brand new rock star, and his name is Bo Pickett, the champion of Super Series number 2. Thank you again to our friends at Boot Barn.
This is the Rodeo Houston Super Series. Here's how it works. We invite 40 of the top athletes in each of our 8 events. They're divided into 5 Super Series. Each one of those events is 3 rounds. At the end of the 3 rounds, the highest money winner is crowned the Super Series champion. They receive custom boots, courtesy of Alberta Boot Company Outfitters, and a custom Les Paul style electric guitar created especially for Rodeo Houston Super Series champions. Out of each of the 5 Super Series, the 4 highest money winners advance to one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 athletes in each of the semifinals. We take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 and advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go to one of our 2 wild card competitions. The winner from each wild card will advance to the championship for a shot at the $65,000, with a total purse of over $2.5 million. That's how the revolutionary Rodeo Houston Super Series works.
Oh boy, we're gonna ride some bucking horses in the bareback riding in a moment.
Hey folks, if you're 21 or older, pledge to rodeo responsibly as a Miller Lite designated driver. Scan the QR code and receive a complimentary fountain drink or bottle of water. Responsibility has its rewards. Always plan for a safe ride home.
I want to give a big thank out and shout out to Cavender's Boot City for sponsoring our hard-working arena crew. There they are. They do it outside, inside, every side. The shoots, all of the work done behind. Thank you, Cavender's.
Also, want to remind you that you can watch us not only on the Cowboy channel, but the Space City Home Network, as well as Telemundo. And speaking of Telemundo, let's meet our Hispanic announcers. Hello to Enrique y Luis.
Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Saludos, los invitamos que nos acompañen durante todo el rodeo. Descarguen la aplicación de Telemundo Texas de RODEOHOUSTON.com y con toda la conexión en español cada día.
Así es. Bueno, my friends, when you download the Telemundo Texas app, you will notice the delivery is a little bit faster, poetic, and explosive, which takes us to the word of the day. Órale, meaning well done, anything you want. Approval, órale. Or you want to say hello, you won. Órale! Or simplemente hello. Órale.
Welcome back to Rodeo Houston. There's a rodeo at the carnival going on as well. That's happening outside a cloud-filled sky over NRG Park. Inside the stadium, though, we're turning into the bareback bronc riding. Brought to you by Chevron. And so far, so good. If you're from North Dakota and your name is Ben Kramer, oh my, has he been putting on a highlight reel. He's about 500 ahead of the Cajun, Tanner Broussard. Rocker Steiner, of course, is in the conversation. And the young gun, Carson Hildry's there. Here's Sage Allen to start us off.
Guardian Angel, the horse. This is a rematch. The last time he had this sorrel, he was 81 and a half, and Sage needs it now with a 66 and a 69. As our pickup men move in, that's Chase Servey, Randy Britton, Tyler Kraft, and Taos Muncie. Sage saved his best ride for last, and it'll be 81 points.
You know, the next guy that's going to go, it's his first year here. And we asked him, what was your first thought when you came into this building?
I came in here and I was like thinking this is just, I've been dreaming of this ever since I was little, and it dreams come true today, and it's been a blast so far.
Isn't that cool, folks? That's a young kid right there. 19 years old from Belva, North Dakota. He has not ridden like a kid, though. He's one of the top 4 money winners.
Well, they have been 85 and a half points on this horse at Denver. Cooper Philippek did it. Carson, you do it too. Whoa! Whoa! Pull a little Dido Sassy Stowe to the right in the middle of the 8.
Did you see that move? I mean, we saw a little tease from the carnival rides, but watch right here. This horse does a 360, but it does not faze the 19-year-old. Top 2 score, 80 points for Carson. That's his second out of 3 to be in the 80s.
He'll remember his first trip ever to Rodeo Houston. So right now, he's 1 point behind Sage Allen in round 3. Here comes Cade Saunier. His dad, Joey, is a national finals bronc buster. This man won 2 go-rounds in Las Vegas at our Super Bowl. Our World Series is known as the National Finals Rodeo. A purse of $13 million there. The horse he's got, though, is leaning a little bit. This is Vitalix Guns A-Blazin'. This is primarily a horse they buck in the saddle bronc riding. And sometimes when they run them under a rigging, they'll buck a little bit different. Bob always says they do that to free the horse up. But Saulnier's got to like this draw. 22 years old, two-time NFR qualifier, 86 and a half in San Antonio and Jackson.
Second generation. Anybody can end up in the top 5 last year.
Off the gate. I'm not taking her
Had
like
a good
that.
year riding mugging horses.
He said, rattle the gate, I'm not taking him like that. So they want him to rattle the slide gate, the gate in front, to try to get the horse to free up. Here we go.
Whoa. Nice little duck and dive right out of there to the left. He pivoted like a cutting horse. Give it to him.
When you say a nice duck, Bob.
Well, it's only 4-foot change.
Well, yeah, but it could have changed his voice a couple of octaves with that duck.
That's an oxymoron because there's nothing nice about a duck, okay?
Okay.
Unless it's quacking with webbed feet.
He swooped to the left.
77 points going to be the verdict for Cade, not what he was hoping for in round 3.
Yeah.
Now the man we saw in the tees from Max, North Dakota. Blistered him one night ago with an 84 and a half. That was worth $3,000. Little Big Chief, the horse for the 24-year-old named Ben Kramer. Wild start for the Bay Horse. Let's see if the man from the Badlands Country can keep it going, and he will. What a statement ride, boy.
Woo, statement. He's shouting it from the rooftops. This horse gave him everything he wanted and more. Look at him. Oh, no, he missed the horse out.
Understandable.
Okay, the first jump out of the chute, you got to have the heels of your boot in contact with the animal above the break of the shoulders. That's the bad news. The good news is he's already won $3,250, so there's a good shot he's still going to make it to a semifinal. Now, Rocker Steiner, our defending champion, wants to join him there. He's won $2,750 so far. Folks, this man became the 3rd world champion in his family. His dad, Sid, is a world champion steer wrestler. His granddad, Bobby, is a world champion bull rider. His great-granddad, Tommy, was a great rodeo producer. And his great-great-great-granddad, Buck, is my hero.
And I am proud to say that I was in his Western store one time, way back in the early 70s. I bought stuff just to say I bought it from Buck Steiner. Rocker, you got one thing to do. Do what Rocker does best. Come on, train. Blue Ridge Babe. They've been 86 and a half on this horse. Bobby Marriott was just the other day. Bronc. I always call him Bobby like his daddy. Whoa! Yeah! Do your thing, Rocker.
Look at the way he spurs a horse. I mean, I think Rocker is growing up right in front of us. The definition of his spur stroke. He doesn't just pull his feet back. He throws them back to the front. It's like firing a gun each and every time.
And they're not down by the flats of the shoulders either. He's setting his feet up in the mane of that horse, right at the very top of the horse's neck. That's the way you're supposed to do it, folks. That was a clinic on how to ride a bucking horse, and the judges agree. 85 and a half points. And the defending champion of Rodeo Houston has just moved to the top spot.
Get out your syrup, because Waylon Bourgeois has drawn the Pancake King. Don't ask, because I don't know where they got this name from, Bobby, but I know you're thinking about syrup.
Oh, you got to put the butter on first, pour the syrup around the chunks. Let's do it for a catfish eating. Yeah, Cajun. Do your thing, Waylon. Church Point, Louisiana, 2nd generation. Ended up in the number 8 spot, 2025.
He's got a place.
Let's go.
He's got the place in this round.
Yes. Woo. Oh, now. Horse going to give him a chance, boys.
Boy, that was tough to do. You know, really give that guy some credit. Because when a horse goes in a tight circle like that, usually the inside leg quits spurring with the same velocity. But he doesn't quit. Watch him. Inside leg, he's jerking it back no matter what. The fact that the horse is turning to the right, that was really tough to do, and Waylon just owned it. So much so that he takes the lead by a point, 86 and a half, and Bourgeois. It's time to party Cajun style.
We are seeing some very nice young horses, but we will finish the bareback riding with two strong vets as far as horsepower goes, matched up with some very talented bareback riders. The first of the two, another Cajun, Taylor Broussard, the craw fisherman from Esterwood, Louisiana. He's been to the national finals 3 times. He's riding a national finals bucking horse called R. Watson's Hitman. They bucked this horse in the saddle broncs as well. Nice little circle around to the right. And Taylor, too, might need one more check, Bobby T, in order to make sure he is safe. So that's an important ride.
Well, let's just make it not might, he has to. 81, 82, 83 points will do it for him. That's the cocktail. Ho, 82 and a half in the middle. He done it. He done it. I know that's not good English. Quick question, boys. Is there any other sport that talks about Louisiana, Mississippi people as Cajuns like we do? I never hear it. We're proud of it.
Yeah, well, I'm proud of this Mondovi, Wisconsin Cowboy right here. But he has to be 87 points. There's no way around it. If he wants to go on, he's got to be 87. Nick Pelkey, he's got the horse to do it. R. Watson's Ed Bishop. They've won the bronc riding here several times on that horse. That is an NFR saddle bronc horse. They've been in the 90s in the bronc riding several times. Pelkey needed to be 87. And as we await the score, my hopes are up. Yeah, but my reality is he's 78 and a half. So it won't be enough for the Badgerland Cowboy to move on. We've got 4 stallions who are going forward. But look at this, folks. Look at the way you wedge your hand into a rigging. The rigging holds on to you as much as you hold on to that, and that is how you do it. Your toes turned out at the top of the mane of the horse. Set your feet before the front feet hit the ground on the next jump. Keep your chin tucked. Smile and applaud. Oh, yes, and Rocker is rocking again in the Bayou City. Sage says, I can't hear you. Here it is, the Cajuns. Bourgeois and Broussard are going on. The defending champ and world champ Steiner and Kramer from North Dakota will join them. And there is Waylon Bourgeois, a brand new guitar for the Cajun athlete. He's the champion bareback rider of Super Series number 2, and that was brought to you by Chevron.
Don't you dare look away, because we're going to bring them in pairs. Team roping is next here in H-Town.
I want to say thank you to Houston. I want to say thank you to Houston Methodist, personally, Official Health Care. They are the providers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and are they supporters of our Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine. They care for our rodeo athletes.
Don't forget that captions are available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. You know what? We're going to make it easy for you. Just point your camera at the QR code on the center screens, and it will take you directly to our closed caption mobile app.
Also, looking up at that video screen, you will get a chance to see the Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam, and it is bringing out the Wild West in you. That's right. Scan the QR code, send in your photo, and we will put you and your avatar on the big screen. Riding a horse. Hello, tip of the cap. You might even be on the party deck of one of those Carnival Cruise Lines, just like that. Getting a nice tan, smiling and waving in the sunshine. You're looking good, sir. Mounted up and ready to go. Hello, ladies. What a great shot on the cruise line.
Look at those kids in the petting zoo. Are they having a large time? I want to welcome all of you back. And we're going to get ready to go to the team rope, and it's either been real hot or real cold. Sponsored by Corral Boots. When I say that, you're going to look here at Driggers and Nogata. Here's one of the sweeps that Boyd talked about in the opening today. They have done it all. Look at the lead that they already have, 12,000 over 5. Everybody else just trying to get some lunch money.
Well, depending on what they drew, they might be taking a risk. But Clay Smith and Nikki Northcott, the veteran and the youngster, need more cash. Clay, the two-time world champion, on the right of your screen. He is the header. Nikki Northcott, the 19-year-old from Stephenville, Texas. And they drew a runner. They need a clean run here and another shot. 6.7. That's smart, using the animal that was drawn for you, Boyd.
That's exactly right. I mean, they would have preferred one that runs about at the speed of me and Tallman, but this one runs more like Siler and got to the deep end of the pen, but at least they're clean at 6 and 7. Okay, folks, we want to make history today, and this is our first step at our first sweep. We won't know until the 6 teams after them are done, but right now, Caleb Driggers and Junior Nogata, a 2-time world champion header, a 3-time world champion healer, and all-around. They have won both round 1 and round 2 of this Super Series. In their unbelievable careers, though, neither one of them has ever won Rodeo Houston. And they're trying to remedy that right now. Driggers with the horns, Nogata with the heels. That's what you want.
Boy, did he charge the line. I mean, run at it. Push it. Look at here. Watch that horse. Push that line out of the way. Gotcha, guys. 4.8. Everything you predicted, Boyd. Andy, that is team roping.
I mean, you can't get any closer to the barrier line. And our guy in studio, Mutt, called it. You know, they've been 1/10 of a second quicker each and every round, and they did it again.
I know. But he did. He got out like a bandit. I mean, he laid that barrier line back. All right, now these guys, they were outstanding in Tanner Thompson, won Denver. Kobe Payne, NFR healer, 4 and 8, no problem. Let's go for uh-oh. They were going for a 4-1, but they're going to rope one hind heel. So some tough luck for Tanner Tomlinson, the former Rookie of the Year. Kobe Payne, 27-year-old healer. It's going to be 9 and 1 with the penalty. Look at that steer just sneak his little left toe right out of it.
Yes,
That's
he
the
did.
steer's name, old Sneaky Pete.
They would have been dangerously close to our arena record held by Matt Sherwood and Walt Woodard. Speaking of world champions, here's another. Chad Masters, the 2-time world champ, to the horn catching side. Jace Helton, the 23-year-old healer that won the qualifier in Rosenberg, to be here with us from Toller, Texas.
18 years ago, Chad Masters won Rodeo Houston.
Did you have to age him like that?
I'm just thinking about tenure.
He's only 45 in team roping. That's a teenager.
Yes.
Whoa, go to it. 18 years later, can you do it? Nice heel shot. Nice, Jace. 5 flat. More than respectable in a solid second spot.
And more importantly, it projects them at 7,001 as a team, which would get them in to the semifinals. But there's still a lot of roping to go. We're only halfway through this Super Series in the team roping today. And here comes Colton Schmidt, Chase Tryon. Barhead, Alberta, Canada. Helena, Montana to the heels. There you go. Good flip, Colton. That's going to put them in the number 2 spot with a 4.9. It is getting pretty wolfy out here. Look at that. 4.8, 4.9, 5 flat. That is getting a little tight in the team rope, and so is the money. You now have to be over 5,000 in earnings if you're going to make it to the semifinals.
That's what Colton Smith said to you and I today when he came to see us, by the way. Thank you.
You guys
just got to make the semis.
You guys are name dropping all over the place. Here's Cash Duty and Jake Edwards, Weimar, Texas, Fort Ann, New York, and they need to be fast. Can they do it? 5.2 as Jake gets the Dally stopped. And that is not going to be quick enough right now. That puts them fourth in the round. Not enough money won to advance them.
Yeah, it's going to come down to Luke Brown and Buddy Hawkins. They're the last team that really has a fair opportunity of getting in. Corey Kidd and Will Woodfin, they were 10-7 on their first run, 5-5 on their second. That was good for a fourth place check. Both these Cowboys went to college at Weatherford College. Corey Kidd, 36. Will Woodfin, 33. Chunks it. And they had to. They had to, folks. It's like being down by 2 touchdowns with 2 minutes left in the game. You're going to have to throw a Hail Mary sooner or later. And they just did. It just didn't function.
All right, now hold on. Since you guys got to do your team rope and name drop, I'm going to do the same.
Oh, my God.
So 10 miles from me, Kevin Daniel lives right up the road. And he told me, whatever you do, don't ever count out Luke Brown. He said there's a reason he's been to the national finals 16 times.
They got to be 5'8" in order to edge out Masters and Helton on 3 head.
I'm going to go that Luke's going to snag him.
Actually, 12-5 or 11-5, excuse me, would get them in.
Oh, head catch good. Oh, no. I'm looking at a hickey.
Yeah, they're in. They're going to knock Smith and Northcott out. And they just knocked out the Rookie of the Year from a year ago and a 2-time world champion. But that's going to be good enough to get them the bottom spot for Masters and Helton. Brown and Hawkins will move to number 2. But we saw it, boys. We talked about it in the opening ceremonies, and for the first time today, the first set of athletes that had the chance to do it are going to get out of here. Junior, you're the winner, buddy. Oh, wear that cotton glove so you don't saw off your thumb. The horn wraps keep the rope away from the hide. Chunk it! And they do. Right in, timing. Nicky reaches out. God, he looks like his dad. Smoking the horn.
Well, some will follow in their father's footsteps, and Driggers and Nagata, you got it. $18,000, not just the sweep. Maybe they can come on and win it all when it's done. Nogata on the right. There it is. They play those in Brazil as well. Oh, that was beautiful. That's team roping, and a big thank you to Corral Boots.
What a great contest it was, and another is coming up soon. It's the Saddle Bronc riding in Houston.
Hello amigos, this is your telenovela friend Gabriel Soto. And my friends at La Michoacana Meat Market want y'all to have an amazing time at the rodeo. If you're drinking, celebrate responsibly. Plan ahead, choose a designated driver, or get a safe ride home. Because at La Michoacana Meat Market, we care about you and our community. Enjoy the show.
Hey, y'all, check out the best seats in the house. They're the chute seats right behind the bucket chutes, presented by Chenier. Y'all looking good.
All right, guys, it is autograph time here in the Fan Zone, brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Come get an autograph from your favorite Rodeo Houston athletes. The tie-down ropers are up here. Bo Pickett, he just won a guitar. Now you can get his autograph. This is the place to be, and one of the biggest names at Rodeo Houston. We have Leon Coffey here. You can meet him, get an autograph. Miss Rodeo America, how much do you love interacting with the fans here in the Fan Zone?
This is one of my favorite parts of the night, so I hope that we have some great fans coming over. Maybe tell us your favorite part of the rodeo.
Exactly, and the line is getting long, so head this way. There's a limited amount of buckles available. Rodeo royalty, have some fun. It's all here at the Fan Zone.
Wait a minute. Somebody is looking for a free drink.
That would be me.
I've seen you on margaritas. No, no, no.
Well, don't drink and do this. Saddle bronc riding at Rodeo Houston. Energy Transfer is bringing it to us. And I'll tell you a guy that has been drinking the right stuff, Riggin Smith. He's going for the sweep. Could be the second one of Super Series 2. $6,000 to the good, but East and West has been riding very well also. That third and fourth spot, they are wide open for the taking.
Let's do the multi-generations of Eagle Butte, South Dakota with Shorty Garrett, 3 generations deep. This is Vitalik, Ricky, Bobby. Oh, they've won a lot of money on that bay horse. Look at him shake, kick, shake, kick.
Hey, folks, watch the horse's head in this replay. Watch what he does with his nose. See how he touches his nose between his knees? Each jump, he tucks it down there. Well, that takes a lot of rein from the Cowboy, but Shorty had the perfect rein measurement and made the ride to match the measurement. He made that look a lot easier than it is to do, I can tell you that. He's been in the 80s on every trip. Did he do it again? Yes, he did. 84 points, and Garrett has spurred his way to the top spot early.
Ira Dickinson has a horse from the Cervies called Triple Threat, and this year, here are the scores on this horse, 87, 88, and 88.5. That's what Ira needs. He has not won enough yet to guarantee himself a shot to get out. The Mount State Circuit Finals champ has the good bay horse, and a great ride started. He needs to be more than that 84, fellas. I mean, with the rides that are following him, he needs as much money possible. And a nice little tight circle to the left. Ira does his job, turning those toes out each and every time. As our numbers come in, we wait with bated breath. 82.5, that's got me nervous for Mr. Dickinson.
As we get ready to go with Riggin Smith, we quickly asked him, are you excited that you're doing so good, Riggin?
I'm ecstatic. It don't look like it, but I am. I'm having a blast. This is what I love to do. I love getting on bucking horses, and you can't get on bucking horses and any cooler than it.
Oh, he's going for it, but at about jump number 5, things got a little different. Oh no. The mark out rule. Watch this. Freeze it when the horse's front feet hit the ground if you can. All right, right there. The feet, you see his right foot come back? They got to stay above the break of the shoulders with the heels of their boots in contact with the animal. He missed the horse out. There goes the sweep, but he's already won enough money to make it to a semifinal, so he's not going anywhere. He's staying right here. He'll be in either semifinal 1 or 2.
Okay, Cash, let's see how you can be a spoiler, take the money away from him. You've only got $750 won, so make it work. You see him talking to the gate man? That horse is squatting in the back. He said, can you just rattle that gate in front of him, make him think he's going to get to move? Not too far. Move it a little. Cash Wilson has R. Watson's Liza Jane. Now, there's enough history on this horse.
This is an NFR bucking horse, Bob. What does that mean? It's one of the top 100 horses in the country. There's tens of thousands of bucking horses in North America, and this one is one of the best.
Cash needs more. He's been in the 70s twice. This is the type of draw he needed. A snappy horse from the Cervies, kicking out the back. So, just in case we haven't said this tonight, I don't think we have. Half the score goes for how well the Cowboy rides, the type of control he has. The other half of the score for how well the horse bucks, how hard he is to ride. And this horse is quick as he makes you use your feet. is going to be 79, and I don't think that's going to be enough to advance Cash.
Now, actually, there's only one person that could steal the victory from Riggin Smith, and his name is Easton West. We will see him in a bit. Right now, it's up to the NFR qualifier from Twin Falls, Idaho, the rodeo coach at the College of Southern Idaho. All Mitch Pollock, all 5'7", 145 pounds of this cowboy, but he brings you every ounce of it. Last year he won Molalla, Oregon, Mountain Home, Idaho. He's been 78 twice. He's got to get into the 80s today. The horse, pull tap, reach.
Oh, his feet look good, Boyd.
He's in time.
He's got all the kick out of this horse he can get. Polecat did good. Andy just gave you the synopsis of how that works. Jump kick, spur, spur, spur.
Needed to be in the 80s, and 77 will not do it for Mitch.
Now here's the funny thing about this horse. He's a great bucking horse, but he turns into a mule when you get him inside the arena. Sometimes he just doesn't want to leave. He gets stubborn and tries to stay. He cooperated today. All right, this is the kid that could change it. If he could be 84 and a half, this youngster, Easton West from Underwood, South Dakota, could steal the victory from Riggin Smith.
And he's got a horse that went unridden for 2 whole years until Hugh Taylor was 85 in San Antonio. The South Dakota kid on a Colorado bronc.
He might do it. He might do it.
Putting a good picture together.
Folks, that kid is just exactly that. Like 19 years old. Watch his right foot. He spurs over the rein after the mark out. He almost spurred over it every time. You know what this little rookie just did? He knocked a veteran out of the top spot. How about 87 points for Easton West? And his toes are living up to his name.
They were East, they were West. Jake Finlay to coach him on. He'll be up in the next Super Series. All right, let the young man from Florida, got smart, moved to Texas. Isaac Diaz from Davie, Florida, lives in Desdemona. Redial. Watch this gray mare. Now she's got a little different start than a lot of bucking horses. Some ease out, some run and scoot out. I think they might have used her in a Hollywood movie when you see the way she'll come out of here. Now there you go. Whoa! Not today. Normally she rears. Every day she bucks.
Man, I got to see this replay, Bob, because I think this horse ran his left knee into that post. Watch his left leg. I think it hits that post. Ooh, ooh. Man, the whole chute rocked after he hit it.
That's going to leave a mark.
I think it'll leave more than a mark, Bob.
Oh, Methodist, you better get the money out. 81 and a half for the all-time great Isaac Diaz.
Well, it looks to me like Stetson already has enough money won that he would move in the number 4 spot. So this is about all the cookies in the cookie jar on Bay Nation. His brother, Ryder, who's our world champion and reigning champ, has been bucked off this horse twice. Stetson's gonna get even for the family. 10-time world champion. 6-time all-around champ, 3-time bull riding champ, and a 1-time bronc riding champ. But 10 gold buckles, and he's only 26 years old. Yeah, Stetson moves into the top 3 on Money One. 84 points as his brother Statler cheers him on 8 seconds at a time.
Well, as Boyd mentioned a moment ago, if your horse is bucking south, your spurs better be east and west. We're going to be proud to see what this 87 did for him today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where rodeo started. The saddle bronc riding competition, still used as a method today. Riggin, Mitch, y'all did good, boys. There it is, Andy.
East and West took the title from Riggin, $7,000 to the good. Moving on is Smith and Wright, and there is the youngster, the South Dakota native. Come on, strum on that thing, son. It's yours. The winner of Super Series 2. Thank you to our friends at Energy Transfer. They brought us the Saddle Bronc Rider.
That kid is the real deal. Big men tackle farm animals when we return with steer wrestling.
It's time for Entertainer Trivia. Answer the question on the screen correctly for a chance to win season tickets to the 2027 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Hey, be sure, look at all the people in the fan zone now. Go up there and join them. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance presents the fan zone at sections 104 and 124. You also can see our Rodeo Houston champion saddles that'll go to our champions on the final Saturday, up close and personal at both locations.
Hey, look at here at the big screens. Our friends at Carnival Cruise Line have the Cowboy cam. It's going to be bringing out the Wild West and all of you. A week ago, I didn't even know what an avatar was. Now I are one. Look at there. That's the guy on the left. There he is on the boat. There she is. Oh, she changed her glasses. That looked good on the beach now, cowgirl. Aren't you, darling? Oh, yes. Big hat. Every way you look at it. Well, now that is precious. I like the way this works. Tip your hat, Blondie. Carnival Cruise Lines, thank you.
As we come back to Rodeo Houston inside NRG Stadium, the fans continue to come in. And the Bulldoggers, or steer wrestlers, if you will, are getting ready to play their game. Steer wrestling being brought to you at Rodeo Houston by Mattress Firm. And who's the biggest Bulldogger so far? Well, the richest is Cash Rob. You'll hear from him in a second. Rob has won $3,500 thus far in the first 2 rounds. He's chased by Grant Peterson and Cody Devers along with Gavin Swallow. So it's it's anybody's game today. I mean, you just need to show up, Chase.
I hope that this guy catches his steer in a good time, because 2 nights ago he did a dance, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but I hope he does it again. Chase Crane, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 750 to the good. Steer comes out. The Okies got him. Come on, Chase, finish it. 4.1. Come on, show it to us, buddy. It's sprinkler time.
You know, I used to love the Luke Branquino booty shake, but this one's better. With all due respect, Luke.
I saw him in the alleyway today. I said, do that dance for me. Do that dance for me. He did it. Oh, what a character he is.
4.1 to set the bar.
What a mustache. Grant Peterson of Livermore, California. Stopped it a night ago with a 4 and 5. This afternoon, that would already be second. California circuit finalist, who won Bremerton, Washington last season. The Kitsap Stampede, trying to set that horse. Whoop, had to pull up a little bit. He knew it was a slow starting steer. Is able to keep him underneath him. 4 and 9, great game plan on a slower starting steer.
That was a whole lot of moves, change-up switchovers to make it work in under 5. Pull, whoa. Then he's got to spur up. Now he's got to reach over, and this steer just did not. There, he laid down today good. He's been pulling in the middle.
This is the first performance that we've started with 2 sub-5-second runs. if this is any indication how good the Bulldog is going to be today, step back, non-believers, or the rain will never come. Here's the biggest of the big men that you'll watch today, 6'1", 230. 6'1", 230 pounds. He'd be a first-round draft choice if he was a middle linebacker. Cody Devers, 30 years old, a two-time NFR qualifier. He's won 2,500. He's not guaranteed to move. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, man, that's called the luck of the draw. And that steer barely even, the gate opens, the steer moves, and then stops. He's like, I don't think so, Scooter. Here's another look. No, this is not golf. He doesn't get a mulligan.
That steer was watching the videos from the Cowboy channel last night. Said, I think I'll try that today. Save a whole lot of wrestling.
There's one other one in here that has done that too, so we need to keep our eyes peeled.
Bob, they got TVs in the back pins for the steers
Oh,
now?
yes,
Oh, wow.
yes, and mint juleps.
Levi Rudd of Chelsea, Oklahoma. California circuit finalist. He's won 17.50. He was 5'7" and 5'6", two solid times.
He's got a place, though.
Yes, he does. He needs more. Another slow start. Steer.
I knew there was another one of those steers that was famous for doing that, and I do not like him holding his rib cage like that. We'll see what happens. When that steer sets up, that left horn just jabs him. Bam! Right in the rib cage. And you could tell these big men don't show pain, but he's in some right there.
All right, Seth Peterson, you come in here with $1,000. That's $750 behind Levi Rudd, the number 4 man right now. You got to win more than $2,500. Doesn't that sounds simple? Sounds so simple, Seth. Minot, North Dakota is where he's from. He's had a good 26 season already. Had to go clear to California to start it. Got him some Denver, Fort Worth, and San Antonio, Andy. Why not get another Houston?
Needs to be quicker than 4 and 8. He has the steer to do it on. 4.5, and now Seth can breathe a little bit.
Yes, because that is going to give him the money he needs. Right now, he'd be sitting in the number 4 spot as we projected. So now he's just got to be careful that nobody beats that 4.5. Because each time somebody's faster than 4.5, it's going to knock him down the pay scale. And he can't afford to get knocked down anymore. So that 4.5 has got to hold on to the number 2 spot as we go to Gavin Swallow. Here's the 2021 College National Champion from Bunkie, Louisiana. 6'1", 220 pounds. In the first round of this Super Series, he slammed one in 4.9. That was good for second place money. Then no luck last night. Let's see if things bounce back on a Saturday matinee.
He's in the hole to do it. 3, 4 flat. But he broke the barrier.
Woo, Seth Peterson doesn't want to see that happen, but he's kind of glad it did. 14 flat with the penalty.
He was holding up, trying to do everything that he could, but that's going to be a little too long. Now, the next guy you're going to meet, Cash Rob, has been outstanding. We asked him, what does your hazer do for you in the steer wrestling?
The hazer puts them right in your breadbasket. Well, at least that's the plan usually, but yeah, that's hazer's main goal is, line that steer out just to where you can get your mitts on them.
The hazer is the guy in the other chute. That's the bulldogger. The hazer's the guy that hazes the steer and makes him run straight. Rob is already in. Now he's in again if he's clean at the line. If he's clean at the line, he just won this Super Series, if he is. Nope, broke the barrier. Well, he had nothing to lose, so he took a shot. Seth Peterson now holds the bottom spot at 3,000, which means our final bulldogger is going to have to be 4 flat or faster. Jace Melvin, you got to be 4 flat if you want a prayer.
Probably only 1, maybe 2 steers in this pen that you can do that on. The Melvin family, 3-4 generations deep. Cowboys, bull riders, bulldoggers, a few of them rope. You! Can you do it right here? Caught him at the 3-hole. Had to dance with him a little bit in order to be 4.9. 4.9 for Melvin.
For where he was, I thought he made an outstanding run. It was just a steer that ran a little bit harder, so he had to ride one more stride before he could throw him to the ground. Use what you've drawn, you're going to get a paycheck, Jace. It just will not be enough to advance from our second Super Series. But what a great afternoon of steer wrestling we have had as they give chase, the hard-running steer, to the Cowboy that throws that left horn down. You just saw Mr. Melvin, the Tarleton grad, the sprinkler from Mr. Chase Crane, and the pain that's involved whenever a steer sets up. There's a little shaking it for the Oklahoma City kid that's moving on. It's Peterson at the top, followed by Rob Crane and the other Peterson. And there is our champ of Super Series number 2, Grant Peterson, the left-handed guitar player. And thank you again to Mattress Firm. They're the sponsor of the steer wrestling.
Everybody get ready, beautiful ladies running horses. It's time for barrel racing.
Greetings from the International Space Station Expedition 74 crew. I'm NASA astronaut Chris Williams, and I'm here with NASA astronauts Jessica Meir, Jack Hathaway, and ESA astronaut Sophie Adeno.
It is a privilege to join the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo to highlight the bold steps NASA and all of our space station partners are taking in the name of exploration and discovery.
We especially value the Rodeo's commitment to Texas students. Connecting them to real-world opportunities is an investment in the future workforce and the Artemis generation explorers.
As we set our sights on the moon and eventually Mars, our goal is to ignite a passion in the next generation of pioneers. Houston has a legendary legacy in spaceflight, and that journey continues with each of you.
On behalf of the entire crew aboard the International Space Station, we hope you have a great time at the rodeo.
Hey, every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday night, 400 drones light up the sky above NRG. It promises to be an unforgettable moment, so come see 400 drones powered by Reliant every weekend at Rodeo Houston. You got to see it at 8 p.m.
Welcome back to Rodeo Houston. Take your seat because it's about to get very fast. It's the first of 2 women's events. The ladies barrel racing, and Jordan Driver, it's safe to say she is in the driver's seat for this 3rd round as she gets ready to move on out of this Super Series.
I saw what she did there. Did you see that? She said Jordan Driver was in the driver's seat. That's good. Andy, I hope you can match that someday. Sponsored by S&B Constructors.
You ain't got a chance, buddy.
I like the fact that it says Texan on her buckle.
Well, it says 4,000 on my board. She is the big winner. Everybody else going to try to catch her. Let's go with Wenda Johnson. Down the alley from Pawhuska, Oklahoma. That's Dr. Wenda. She has run a pair of 15. She needs to get down into 14 today. 14, 18, 14, 3. That's where the big money goes. Whoa! He not only tried to run wide, he tried to run off. Dang it. How about a 15:36?
That one stings a little, Bobby T. But Steely Steiner at 15 flat and a barrel last night, the young lady that qualified in the WPRA World Finals. The daughter of a world champion, sister of a world champion, granddaughter of a world champion. Her mom an NFR qualifier needs her best run right here, and it's got to be in the 14s. There's some very fast horses behind her. The Weatherford, Texas lady has a good turn on the first. Now we're cooking. Steely. Let's get across that line as quick as we can. Yes, 14:74. Her fastest run yet, and she needed it. 14:74 at least keeps her hopes alive for now.
That's right, Andy. Steely Steiner made a horse change, and it was a great call. Let's get ready for Laura Lee Ward. We call her Dolly. I love the name of this horse. His name is Florari. He's by Metallic Cat out of the great world champion mare, Baby Flo. Dolly's been running this horse since she was in high school. Now she's here at Rodeo Houston, and we are laying down a run. See that leg lift that she's pulled on every single barrel here? Great run. Help her home, Houston. That was a good one. 14:66 moves her into that #1 spot. And each barrel, gosh, that was such a flawless run. Great job.
Yeah, but look out. Here comes the lady that had the fastest time yesterday with a 14:34. This is Sydney Graham of Abilene, Texas. The third-generation cowgirl opts for the left-hand barrel first. That's legal. You just got to follow it up with 2 right-hand turns. Tight corners, straight lines, be smooth. Remember, the louder you get, the faster they ride. Let's do it. Ooh, 1/100th of a second too long. 14:67 puts her second of the round, but it projects her to #1 in money.
Wow, guys, 1/100th of a second was the difference between now first and second place here at Rodeo Houston. Barrel racing, it's a game of inches. We have all kinds of different angles. We want to break this down for you so we can possibly be able to see in our ghost cam where the difference happened in this run. It's going to be hard to tell. Both running sorrel horses, but both go different directions. That's Sydney Graham running to the left, Laura Lee Ward running to the right. They kind of are at perfect timing, crossing each other right in the middle. These were different turns, kind of. You can see that Sydney kind of takes a wider turn. Laura Lee comes in really tight. Sydney's the one in the turquoise shirt, bows a little bit out of that third barrel, and that is where the 10th of a difference happened for that run. Laura Lee Ward, she needed that awesome time with a 14:66 if she wants to have a chance to move on out of her Super Series. Sydney Graham at second, though, she's going to be moving on, but we have a lot of great barrel racers left to go, including Paige Jones and Bazinga. It's going to get faster.
Wow. Well done, Janie. Well done. Jordan Driver, Garden City, Texas. Top 25 in the world a year ago. Last year's winner at one of the biggest outdoor arenas in the world, Salinas, or they call it the Rodeo, California Rodeo. You gotta go there sometime, you'll love it. You might move there. All right. What can you do from this point on? There's the eye. Turn perfect. Oh, Andy, your driver is getting with it.
She's got a stout sorrel underneath her. Come on, Miss Jordan. As she comes back at 14:76, another solid time for the Garden City, Texas cowgirl. But I love this next horse. This roan horse, if Andrea rides the same horse, Boyd, is a good one.
Yeah, this roan. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I could afford this horse.
I know I couldn't.
Yeah. This is, look, folks, look at the hip, look at the athletic neck. I mean, this one is tied together. And the jockey's pretty handy as well. Her and her husband, Jeff, have Busby quarter horses. A graduate of Montana State University as a nurse, an NFR champion. Andrea Busby around the third. Oh, no. That's going to haunt her. That barrel's going to haunt her just a little bit. 20-40 with the penalty of 5 included, 20-40.
All right, let's get ready for Paige Jones. She's an NFR qualifier. Her and this horse, Bazinga, they love Rodeo Houston. They've won their Super Series here a couple times, actually, outside of Rodeo Houston. And Paige has to really be so aggressive with this horse to keep the barrels up, but she is an awesome jockey. She knows how to win in this difficult setup. They were second last night. They're going for the win tonight. Good start to that first. Head into that second. A little bit of a leg lift. Let's go, Bazinga, around that third barrel. Paige Jones. Guys, I think this is going to be a fast run. Watch out, leaderboard. Close. Wow, a 14.66, a 67, and a 68 between first and third here in our barrel race. Talk about a tight race.
And that matters to Taylor Moykins of Three Forks, Montana. She was 14.69 in round one. That was good enough for $2,000, but she needs more money. So she needs her fastest time yet. If she could be about 14.60, that could make her breathe easier. As she checks up the big bay horse around the first. One good turn. There's two. The former collegiate champ needs one more good one. Oh, she's a little wide. We've got to hustle from here. 14.74, and I think she's going to be a little too long. 4 qualify out of the Super Series. She's 5th.
That's about 1 4/10 of a second too long. That slide on the third barrel when she got way by it. That horse is dead stopped and had to break and run for the gate. You know what, folks? Would you like to see your family do this? Well, get your checkbook out. Whether you can raise your leg or not, they can raise the price. Good horses in this event today cost you $100,000, $150,000. But a good time, it's an entry fee. Sydney Graham, congratulations. Driver Jones and Ward. All right, Sydney. Now we get her to smile, boys. Took 3 days to do it. Happy lady. Atta girl. Woo!
Thank you to S&B Engineers and Constructors for bringing us the barrel racing.
Well, you like the ladies so much, let's stay with them. We go to the second cowgirl contest of the afternoon with the Breakaway roping. It's brought to you compliments of Oxy. And what is Breakaway roping? Exactly what it says it is. Summer Williams has been the best at it thus far. You rope the calf, the rope breaks away from the horn. She's a hair better than Goodrich on the time. Maddie Jacobs and everybody else has been spreading the wealth, but anybody's in it today. You win the round, you got a shot of moving on.
My biggest shock yet in this Super Series is that Josie Connor has not won a dime. But all of that can change here. She won the Clark County Fair and Rodeo last season, helped her get to her 4th national finals of breakaway roping. Won Lafayette, Louisiana earlier this year with a 1.9. Looks like she's drawing a good calf, and she broke the streak. I love it, 2.6. That's what she needed, and there's the smile from Josie. Great run.
Think about what you can do. Call her a rookie, call her anything but late to dinner. She is number 1 in the world standings of the WPRA. She got a check last October at Lubbock, went on. Get the cookies and the cookie jar at San Antone. J.C. Hammonds. Really? That takes my breath away right there, gentlemen.
Yeah, it should.
Oh.
She's human. You once said, Bob, she doesn't walk on water, but she does know where the rocks are at. Sloan Anderson, White Horse, South Dakota. She's a South Dakota rancher on a horse she calls Little Bud. Little Bud is a mare. We'll see her sister in the next Super Series. Ricky Fanning will be performing tomorrow, and that is her sister. So Sloan, currently top 20 in the world. 2 no times, but this is to Andy's point. Come out here and be 2.5. Come out here and rope one at 2.5, and we'll see you at a semifinal.
Where else can you win that kind of money for such a short challenge? in under 5 seconds. Impossible in any other event.
You're watching her try and get that horse set. The hard-running calf takes a step to the left. She'll stop it at 6 and 5.
Boy, she did not draw good. Remember, you don't get to show up early and go, I got dibs on the little black calf, he's mine. What happens is the judges randomly draw a calf for each roper. So you don't get to pick the calf you get to rope. And when you draw one that runs hard and to the left like that, it's just not fair. I mean, it may not be fair, but it's part of the game.
Well, if my mind serves me right, there's a couple of calves in here that'll do it. A couple of days ago was happy birthday. Today, let's get the happy paycheck. Cheyenne McCartney, Kingston, Oklahoma. Boarded fire off a 3.1. Still looking back at that first one for Josie Connor at a 2.6.
Well, and right now the 3 and 1 is good enough for second, but with 2 no times, I think she's going to be very vulnerable.
Well, and here's the thing. We've already got 2 gals that you haven't seen yet that have already won $5,000. So you know they're in. Like this one, Josie Goodrich, she's in. Summer Williams is in, okay? But Josie's just going to go for the win. Why not? She's already made the semifinals. Did she get out? It's going to be close. She's not smiling, so that's part of the indication. I'm thinking she didn't. Yeah, 12.4 for Josie, but she still, as I said, had enough one. Right now, Josie Connor looks like Josie and Cheyenne right now. With Maddie Jacobs and Madison Uthier still have something to say about it, though.
And Madison Uthier might be one of the most interesting rodeo athletes in all of our Western world. Not only was she a polo player, she was a point ballet dancer. So that means she practiced hard enough to make it to point where you stand all the way on top of your toes. I mean, one of the most interesting young ladies you will ever meet.
Well, her mom's a world-class polo player. Her dad is a world-class saddle bronc rider. And at the age of 16, this little girl right here, at the age of 16, won $100,000 at the American Roping Calves. Now, what they're doing is they're working on that barrier line. That's that barrier line that requires every athlete to give the animal the same head start. Now remember, it can be tripped by the horse or tripped by the calf. Now that they got it the way they want it, Madison will pursue.
Interesting family, as you say, an interesting moment. Can you be the spoiler? With $875, go ahead and do it. Just rope 1 and 2, 2, 2, whatever. Had a girl. 3 flat, close, but no cigar.
Well, that'll put her number 2, and she is at this moment inside the top 4 with only 2 more to sweat, so she's still got a puncher's chance.
Yeah, you got to drop her 1 spot because Summer's already got 5,000, so she's sitting 4th at 28.75, and that means if Maddie Jacobs can win $1,000 or more, which would require her being 3 seconds flat or faster. So that's what we got to deal up for Maddie Jacobs from Hope, New Mexico. A Texas Tech grad. Oh boy! She dialed it in 2.5 seconds, and that is $1 million smile on the cowgirl who got a master's in geology from Texas Tech. That throws her right into the number 2 spot behind Goodrich. Wow, what a run.
Well, she just mined a diamond with that one, and here is a young lady from Mineral Wells, Texas, who has been shining bright like a diamond. Summer Williams, 2.5, 3.5. She's won about $5 grand, and right now I think she's working on the future. She's freeing that horse up because she knows right calf drawn to try and win something tonight. So 4 and 5 does a little technical work on the sorrel to get ready for the semifinals.
You think about it, she takes a practice run to school her horse at a $2.5 million rodeo. That doesn't happen every day. She's still smiling. That's happy, 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 and she knows why.
Well, here are your highlights, folks. That's how you tie your flag on to your breakaway rope. Miss Goodrich, Miss Sloan, Miss Connor. It's a game of timing, too, folks. I mean, it's not just riding a horse. It's everything to do with getting out correct. And when you get to look back and realize you didn't break the barrier, you pat your horse on the head and say, yippee-ki-yay, we did good today. Summer Williams, $500 better than Josie Goodrich. Strum on that thing, Summer. Strum on it. There you go. It looks good in your hands. The Cisco College standout's going to win the breakaway roping in Super Series 2. Thank you to Oxy for bringing it to Rodeo Houston.
Get excited and get ready. It is bull riding when we return at Rodeo Houston.
All right, everybody, check the screens for the answer to the trivia question. You could have won tickets to the 2027 Rodeo Houston season tickets. Winners will be announced on March 21st, so check out the answers.
How close are you to section 104, 124? That's the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance.
Here at Rodeo Houston, we are so grateful for everything that Houston Methodist does for our great rodeo athletes. Joining me is Waylon Bourgeois. And Waylon, I want to know what your nutrition routine looks like during the regular season.
Yeah, I eat whatever I want. A lot of crawfish etouffee, gumbo, all of that.
Yeah, you got to stick to your culture as well. But I know that you've been going to see everyone at Houston Methodist Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine every single day. So what have they done for you that's helped you win your Super Series?
Yeah, I mean, especially in these rough stock events, I mean, they're a lifesaver. You know, they supply us a lot of tape. They take care of our bodies, and we couldn't do it without them.
Well, and it's paid off. How cool is it to win yet another guitar in your career?
Yeah, we got another one. It's pretty cool to win another guitar at Houston, and I got to thank everybody that come out.
Well, we will see you back here at the semifinals. Congratulations to Waylon Bourgeois, and thank you to Houston Methodist for everything you do for our Rodeo Houston athletes.
That is a great-looking audience, and they are waving because they know that there's some super excitement coming with our bull riding. We've got quite the lineup as we send our gratitude to our partner in the bull riding, Rock and Roll Denim. Who's done it the best so far? Well, it's none other than Trevor Rice. Can he be the second athlete? Well, there's two athletes that have already swept. He'd be the third athlete tonight that could sweep his contest if he did so.
He's up against Byram, Wells, Kaufman, Parker, Moody, and Rice. So there's 7 due to an injury that took place. We'll tell you about that later. Hey, folks, 3 of the greatest bullfighters on planet Earth. The guy on the left is known as the greatest of all time. 10-time Bullfighter of the Year, Dusty Tuckness. 5-time NFR Bullfighter, Nate Justice. NFR Bullfighter, Nathan Hart. Let's give those 3 Cowboys a round of applause. They are fearless.
All right, you see the blue barrel. Inside of that is the grandson of one of the greatest bull riders in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Soper, Oklahoma, winding his way out, it's John Harrison.
Hey, Houston, are you ready to ride some bulls?
Let's start with a Kansas kid by the name of Colton Byram. Won Lake City, Florida. Won the Extreme Bulls in Salinas, California, but has not ridden one yet.
His most recent win has put him in the top 15 in the world. He won the Extreme Bull Riding in Fort Worth with an 88.5.
And he's got a rematch tonight on the bull called Preacher. He had this bull in San Antonio and rode him for 2.8 seconds.
Don't be a badass now, come on.
And that bull's standing there like a show calf.
Well, whether he's right-handed or left-handed won't make any difference. They ride him with both. He rode 10 times. Oh, yeah. 5 right, 5 left, and he's riding straight up. Oh, my goodness.
How many times can you say you got revenge on the preacher? Well, that's exactly what this man did after being bucked off this bull in the Alamo City a month ago. He gets his revenge in the Bayou City. Conquers the preacher for his first qualified ride of the series. Let's see how big the number is. 83.5 for the Kansas kid.
Don't worry, Boyd. If you ever get revenge on the preacher, you can always go to confession. Hayden Welsh of Gillette, Wyoming. Second-generation talent. His dad won this rodeo. 279 in round one. That was good enough for $1,500. Damage Control, the former Great Lakes Bull of the Year. And wow, I love watching this 20-year-old ride. His dad, Bobby, giving him all kinds of tutelage. But Hayden is taking to it like a duck goes to water, around to the left. Body position is perfect. Using that free arm to keep him in the middle of the back of said bull. As the numbers come in, 84.5 and a new leader.
All right, when we looked at the headlines a minute ago, the number was $6,000 for Trevor Reese. That's what he had to hammer on coming in here on him. Today, as a two-time NFR qualifier, you'll notice he's riding with his hand backwards, right-handed. Shouldn't make any difference on this little hop and skipper. This is a rematch from Denver, where the bull bucked him off at 5:34.
I think it was 5.6, but that's really dicing the numbers right there. Either way, it was Denver in 2024. 2024 is when he had the bull at Denver. Hasn't had him since until today, but there is some history. The most important thing for him right now is 86.5 points, because that's what it's going to take to sweep this Super Series. The athlete, the wrestler. Oh! Could get interesting. Could get interesting. He's got a choice now. He's got a choice.
Don't do it.
Wait a second. Let me articulate it that you can be his attorney. He made a qualified ride, but the bull fell down. So because the bull fell down, they're going to offer him a re-ride. Andy's saying don't take it.
Why?
Well, because you could win another $3,000,
It's
Andy.
foolish pride. You rode the bull. What more do you have to prove? You're going to advance.
I'm going with Andy.
No. He's not going to take the re-ride?
Thank you, Trevor.
Okay.
Thank you,
well,
Trevor.
all I'm telling you is Ty Murray won a world championship because he did take the re-ride.
Well, he's advancing, so it does no good.
It cost him $3,000.
No.
Why does it always come down to money? Colt Kaufman, let's go get you some of that, because we bucked him off twice.
I
Sorry,
forgot.
Andy.
Never argue with Boyd.
Well, I'm between you, and I thought I'd just kind of part the water there for a minute. Lusk, Wyoming. One of the cold places in Cowboy.
Thank you, Helmet.
Oh, Joey. That's Smoking Joe the bull.
Thank you, Helmet.
What did they feed that bull for breakfast?
Well, remember, this bull's an eliminator. Gee whiz, Boyd. What do you mean by eliminator? Tell him, Andy.
Back to you, Johnny.
Hey, we're going to T. Parker. This guy's always calm. And we asked him, is it better to be mellow before you get on a 2,000-pound bull?
I think it is. I like being cool, calm, and collective. I like sitting back there and laughing with my buddies and cutting jokes with my dad. If I go too serious, then it just starts feeling like a job, and bull riding is just for fun, so I'm trying to keep it that way.
Well, in all seriousness, Bob loves his watch.
Yeah.
Would love to
I like
see
everything about this kid because I love a little town of Winnie, Texas.
He's
My
got
blood.
a rematch on this Gladiator. The bull bucked him off in Denver. Can we get some revenge for the East Texas Cowboy? Yes, we will.
Look at there, he went an extra second and a half. That's a 2-wrap second and a half. He said, I'll get even with you, you little bugger. You drove my head in the dirt once, not again.
He's got gold on his wrist, green on his shafts. Let's fill up his pockets. 85 points for T. Parker.
Yes, sir. Oh, that guy's got like 1 million followers on his social media accounts, and now y'all can see why. He is beloved. All right, going back to Colton Kaufman. This is Smokin' Joe, folks. And Smokin' Joe has thrown this guy into the headboard. Those are padded up there. This bull is known as an eliminator. Eliminators are bulls that are seldom ridden, hard to ride. This bull has an 86% buck-off rate, okay? 86% of the cowboys who have tried to ride this bull have failed. But Colton Kaufman's getting his first crack at him. The bull is 29-4, and the young gun, Kaufman, is only 21 years old, from Lusk, Wyoming. Got a check in Tucson. He was 85 in Fort Worth, 84 in San Antonio. Get you a grip on that gate rope. Here goes.
Took a little jerk. Dirty step from the bull. No.
He did it.
He made it.
That's only the 5th man ever to ride that bull.
It'll be 30/5 the next time you look at it.
And he breaks the slump. He was 0 for 2 here at Houston and needed to make it to the whistle. 77 points for Kaufman. That's not the mark he wanted, but some positive vibes as he leaves the Bayou City.
MM, boys. Big MM. Letcher, South Dakota. He might have finished in the 15th spot a year ago, but thanks to what he won at Minot and the Year Rodeo at San Angelo, boy, he could be on a roll by winning Houston.
#1 bull rider in the world, Mason Moody. What? And he's going to go 0 for 3 at Houston. Mason Moody on a bull called Airwolf. Let's go down to Janie Johnson.
Trevor Rice, you've ridden all 3 of your bulls, but you did have that rewrite option. Take us through your thought process and why you decided not to take it.
So I got the semis made already, and, I'm one of the older guys, so I really don't think one more bull is going to help me too much.
Hey, but you're looking at another guitar. You've already won one last year, possibly another one coming up. How excited are you for that?
It's awesome. Winning cool prizes and being here in Houston, nothing beats it.
It doesn't get any better, guys.
What a great guy he is, too. Would love to see him get the biggest prize of all. But look out, Dylan Rice is going to try to ride one more. Newcastle, Wyoming. Watched him win the Black Hills Roundup in Belfast, South Dakota. The bull underneath him, out of the 9 times he's been ridden, 7 of them were by left-handers. Bob?
He's there.
Dylan's left-handed.
At 46-9, the bull has had the advantage. They've been as high as 91.5 points at San Antonio. A year ago, that was Stetson Wright. NFR, National Finals Rodeo. That's where the bull comes from. Folks, the kid from Newcastle, Wyoming's got one thing to prove. Ride a bull for himself. He's won $2,000. 5 would move him into second. Let's see if
He's in, though.
Woo!
He's in because the number 4 guy, Colton Byram's at 1,000. He had already won 2,000 before he nodded. So Byram, Kaufman, and Moody are knocked out. Ooh! Woohoo! That was a neat feeling for free. What? Wow! Almost a complete pirouette. That would have made a ballet dancer proud right there. No score for Dylan Rice. One thing about bull riding, folks. Here's the thing. Man, you got to be all in. Bam! Or they will knock your head against the front of the bucket chute. If you're T. Parker, you get even on a bull that got even with you in the Mile High City. Spinning away from your hand, the free arm's got to go down in the well. Into your hand, the free arm's got to go up by the ear. Into your head, your feet go to the sky. Wow, that was awesome right there. I don't know if it was awesome for Dylan, but it was awesome for us. Hayden Welsh rode 2 out of 3. T. Parker rode 2 out of 3. But Trevor Rice rode 3 out of 3. That'll get him 67.50. Better than Parker, Welsh, and Rice, but they're all moving. Oh, scratch that guitar. Way to go, my wrestling buddy from Iowa. Good job, Trevor Rice. You're the champion of Super Series number 2. Thanks to Rock and Roll Denim.
Hey, folks, check this out. Up next is a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes. We'd like to welcome some lucky rodeo recipients of our Rodeo Acts of Kindness. They've been moved down from the 6th level to these great seats. Thanks to Rodeo Acts of Kindness participants, Dar Cat Lift Trucks. Oh boy, let's have a little fun with Raising Cane's. Now get out your cell phone. Get out your cell phone, scan the QR code. You could be on the Raising Cane selfie cam. You ready, Janie Johnson?
I love it, Bobby T. I love all these smiling faces out here in the crowd. Everybody having so much fun. The families, that is what it is all about. There are no bigger smiles than we see here on the selfie cam. Be a part of all the fun.
I can't see anything but happy smiles, great attitudes. What a Saturday. Look at that. There you go. Hello, ladies.
Oh, look at there. They act so surprised when they're on the selfie cam. But like I said, you got to be a part of the fun. Send in your live selfie cam, and thank you so much to Raising Cane's for all they do. We've got some good-looking couples out there in the crowd, Bob.
Big thank you once again to Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
For generations, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has welcomed professional athletes from around the world. They come to compete and take part in one of the most exciting and celebrated events of the year. But the Cowboys and Cowgirls admit they'd be nothing on their own. They fully rely on their partners. And now, Oxy is honored to present the other part of their team that these athletes cherish, the part of the team that they love and fiercely protect, just like a part of their very own family. This is historic Rodeo Houston footage from over a decade ago of 2 legendary horses. On the left of your screen is a mare named Hostage. On the right of your screen is a stud named Lunatic Fringe. Both of these horses have done their part to help crown Rodeo Houston champions over the years. But they did something else. They are the parents of their 14-year-old daughter. Say hello to Lunatic Bayou. That is the daughter of Hostage and Lunatic Fringe. She's bucked at the top rodeos across the United States, including here at Rodeo Houston. These animal athletes were born to be bucking horses. They are loved and respected by the Cowboys that dare to ride them. And soon enough, the youngest member of this deep bloodline, Lunatic Bay. He is the grandson of Hostage and Lunatic Fringe. And one day he will be setting records of his own. You know, some horses are born to run fast, like race horses. Some are meant to work with cutting precision. But these athletes were born to challenge their riders. Bucking comes natural to these broncs, and it's our responsibility and our honor to make sure they are cared for with respect, because they're a part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo family as well. And they represent both the legacy and the future of this rodeo. We've been cheering for Cowboys and Cowgirls all day. What do you say we take one moment to cheer for the animal athletes that carry them on to glory? The bucking horses of professional rodeo. And a big shout out and thank you to Oxy for presenting our Born to Buck legacy. Here's another reason to come out to the rodeo even if you don't have a ticket inside NRG. You can see these beautiful horses up close at the Born to Buck exhibit right behind the junction. That's something that definitely has to be on your bucket list if you come out to Rodeo Houston on another time.
Oh my goodness, look what's coming up. They're all clean and shiny. That's fixing to change. It's calf scramble time.
Thank you to our arena crew, those talented folks. They work the gates, the ropes, the chutes, the equipment, the dirt. They are sponsored by Cavender's Boot City.
Life on the road of a rodeo athlete can be challenging. That's why United Airlines is thrilled to reunite rodeo families and bring them along for the ride. Shorty Garrett is known for his sportsmanship and high moral compass. Being named after his late uncle, family is at his core. He travels all over the country to compete, often thousands of miles away from home. Shorty, we know how hard it is to get you with your family. We want to unite you as often as possible with airfare from United. You were selected by your peers because they think you deserve this, and so do we. Congratulations, you are today's Rodeo Reunited family, sponsored by United.
We are back and rock and roll ready right here. It's calf scramble time, and it's sponsored by Transocean. Tonight, folks, we want you to keep an eye out for the very first scrambler to properly catch a calf and cross the line. Why? Because that scrambler will have a chance to compete in the Super Scramble on March 21st. Let's go see who it is. Here's your host to tell us, Andy Seiler and Janie Johnson. That's Andy.
Yes, it is. It's me, Bob, down here on the arena floor. We've got 8 young men, 22 young ladies, all in 4-H and FFA, hoping to catch a calf. Now, as I scooted on down here, it was up to Janie to get us a little more information on our scramblers. Tell us what you know, JJ.
And now it's me, Janie, over here. I had a chance to talk to these kids, and wow, we have such a well-rounded group of kids. I don't know how they have the time in their day. We have kids that crochet blankets, arts and crafts, marching band, football, a lot of first-time scramblers as well. So let's get ready to cheer them on. We're going to start with Colton Page,
Haley Alejo,
Marley Ramos,
James Dennis,
Connor Furlong,
Avery Hargis,
Megan Birch,
Madeline DeLuca,
Alexis Chauncey,
Samuel McLemore,
Isaac Martinez,
Nathaniel Fogelman,
Amaya Winslow,
Olivia Wendell,
Brianna Panetta,
Gabriela Ordonez,
Kayla Garcia,
Alina Marquez,
Aubrey Hill,
Emily Isaac,
Lainey Smith,
Tyler Frobiter,
Aaron Freubiter, Emily Easter,
Whitney Wakefield,
Carolina Herrera,
Layla Demonbron,
Malin Tyrone,
Jessia Eugene,
Aldo Antunes,
and Paul Hayes. Those are our scramblers for the 6th edition of the world's largest calf scramble. As we have everyone lined up and ready to go, we always introduce 2 very special guests. And this afternoon, we have our starter and our gate opener. First, our gate opener. It's a NASA astronaut doing a little double duty. We have 2. First, a Captain of the United States Navy retired Scott Tingle, and NASA astronaut Deputy Director of Flight Operations Directorate, Jell Lindgren. Give them a round of applause. Our calf scramble starter is a physician, entrepreneur, and former NASA astronaut who made history as the first African American to perform a spacewalk and was involved in the construction process of space rovers. Please welcome Dr. Bernard Harris Jr. As we swing the gate open, the calves will come up the alley created by our Calf Scramble Committee so that our exhibitors will have their shot at catching a calf. The calves are in. The kids are waiting. The doc drops the hat, and it's time to go catch one. It's Calf Scramble time.
And they're off, go, go, go. We've got one caught right inside the box. This is kind of a tackle situation for number 5, Connor Furlong. He told me he is 6'4" and he is a duck slayer, which means he's an incredible duck hunter. And he says that's all that the folks really need to know. Turns out he's a pretty good calf scrambler too.
Quick catches. It doesn't matter how fast you do it as long as you complete it, but obviously that super scramble would be a big bonus. That halter only goes on in one way, so once you catch the calf, then you got to put the halter on, cinch it down tight, and then get the calf in the big box in the middle of NRG Stadium right here on the arena floor.
Yep, and there's a lot of different strategies, Andy. I think we saw a little calf whispering going on out there, trying to keep the calf nice and calm so you can ease the halter on. That's number 4, James Dennis. And right there, number 10, Samuel McLemore. He plays basketball and he also plays the trombone.
Oh, look out. Number 5's got his halter on, Janie. You talked about Connor. And Connor has turned this into a little bit of steer wrestling, too. But look out, here comes number 10, Samuel McLemore. He was off to the races and is now getting closer to making it an official catch. Come on, Houston, get behind him. Who's going to be first? Is it Connor or Samuel? Man, what a battle.
Right there, about to cross that line, number 10. He said it would have been his dream to have been in the marching band last night at the Lizzo concert, but now he is in here crossing the line in the calf scramble, making dreams come true.
So I have found Mr. Furlong. Is there anybody here as fast as you?
Nah, they can't beat this.
I love the moxie and the confidence. Now, since you've caught, you get to bring a steer or heifer back to the show. Which one's it going to be?
Most likely a heifer.
Okay, do you know what breed of heifer?
No, sir, I don't.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Underwater welder.
An underwater welder. Well, there's a man with a plan, and his plan tonight paid off. A catch in the calf scramble. Give it up for Connor Furlong of Barbers Hill FFA.
I love that hair. Amazing. All right, we're getting closer and closer to getting some more across that line. We're gonna stop, we're gonna take a breath, we're gonna try some different strategies. That's number 7, Megan Birch. She told me she loves a good lake day, she loves to fish, she shows rabbits. And we're just gonna try to convince that calf that it's a good idea to cross the line. And you know, the calf's kind of coming around to it. Here we go. We're just gonna trot on across.
Janie, it's not just a good idea to cross the line, it's part of the rules. If you want to complete a catch, you have to.
Right, but the calves don't know that, Andy. You know, the calves aren't convinced that that's part of the rules.
Well,
See,
that's true.
We're having an argument over here.
You can start the cattle call. There you go. She's having a conversation again. That's Megan Birch. Megan's whispering.
Diplomatic. Okay, from these hard-running calf scramble kids to our rodeo athletes. Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine are always standing by to take care of any injuries to our competitors.
Well, we just saw number 7. There is number 6 and number 8, Avery Hargis and Madeline DeLuca of Barbers Hill and Forney FFA. They've got the halter on. Now they're trying to give each other a little bit of room.
Yep, got to work around each other. Avery Hargis, number 6. She loves boats and tanning, loves a good Sunday, also shows goats. And number 8, Alexis Chauncey, shows chickens and goats and wants to give a shout out to her mom. So hello, Alexis's mom.
Big thank you to all of the 4-H and FFA moms and dads out there.
Absolutely.
It takes a village, and it takes even more people when you're raising livestock.
I have a feeling we're seeing a lot of family out there in the crowd cheering on these amazing kids.
That's number 13, Amaya Winslow of Iowa Colony FFA. Doing a little pushing and pulling. They're all so close together.
All right, now we're on the move. Oh,
You're almost there, Amaya.
you have to convince the calf that it's their idea. I don't know how these kids do it, but they do, and we are so close. Cheer for her. We're about to cross this line.
Whoop, whoop. Yes, good job, Amaya. You know, catching a calf is just the beginning of a year-long educational journey for all of these Texas 4-H and FFA exhibitors. Once you catch a calf, you receive a purchase certificate for a steer or a heifer, and the rodeo has awarded over $22 million in certificates and prizes to over 24,700 students since it all began back in 1942. And there's so many life skills to be learned. They'll learn the responsibility of caring for a living animal, financial accountability, record keeping, and decision making, along with communications, as they keep in touch with their donors throughout the entire process. Once they get that animal, they will also come back and learn self-confidence and practical abilities as they bring their steer or heifer back for a progress show. And that is exactly what each and every one of these exhibitors will do as another calf crosses the line and history is made for the 6th edition. Thank you to Transocean for bringing us the Calf Scramble. Don't leave, and why would you? The Chuck Wagon racing is coming up soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to say thank you to Crown Royal for the military salute. It's our distinctive privilege to honor America's heroes as well as their families who support them, like our Gold Star families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We salute the men and women in uniform to make it possible for all of us to live in freedom and pride in our country. A United States Army Staff Sergeant who is currently serving as a recruiter at the Houston Recruiting Battalion.
Prior to reporting to Houston, he served at Fort Hood in Killeen, Texas, where he was deployed to Poland. His personal decorations include the Army Commendation Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, this is United States Army Staff Sergeant C.J. Abdul Faisal. Join me in thanking him for his 8 years of service and sacrifice to our country. Staff Sergeant C.J. Abdul Faisal, we salute you. And again, thank you to Crown Royal for sponsoring this special salute. If you're proud of his service, let him hear you, Houston. Let him hear you. Speaking of hearing things, it's time now for the Axis Sounds of the Night.
Man, I love rodeo music. It's always the scary ones when they gotta tie them in. You want to trade? Huh? You want to trade? Oh yeah, time to have fun, boys. Time to have fun. Good to have you back, Steve. Dude, I'm so glad to be back. I'm pumped like a bike tire. Feel good? Oh yeah. Feeling great.
All right, Chuck Wagon Racing first heat, Chevron, Kroger, Mustang, Cat. Those are the sponsors. We have been dividing up, picking wagons. The youngsters have been struggling. Boyd Louise as a team have not done much better, but Bob and Enrique have been winning it. So let's start with Andy and JJ. Who are you two picking today?
We'll go with Chevron.
You're going to go with Chevron,
Yes,
all
sir.
right? Luis, who are you picking?
We are going with Kroger. Kroger is going to win.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Bob and Enrique never get to pick because we always pick worse than they do and give them the last wagon, and they end up winning.
Seems to be working for me.
All right, it's 2 laps around the arena. The first horse to cross the white line on the second lap is the winner, and away we go.
Get them in gear as they head down the east side of the stadium. It's a 2-lap race, so make sure you still got some wind for lap number 2.
The dust is flying. Chevron, let's pick it up. Let's go. One more to go as we turn that corner.
Y por ahora al frente va Mustang Cat. Let's go with Mustang Cat. Who wants Mustang Cat to win? Here we go, Luis.
Here we go with Kroger. Mustang Cat up the middle.
Kroger!
Go.
Ladies, let me hear you.
Horses.
Yeah.
Was it Mustang, you think?
Oh, yeah, by at
All
least
right,
a
all right,
foot.
hold on.
Let's
Let's
see
go
it.
to the photo finish. Photo finish.
Mustang Cat, señor. Amarillo.
And the horse had a big head. That was 1.5 feet.
I mean,
Enrique, I'm sorry for Andy.
Andy's needing his emotional support prize.
We should
from
not
the
be
fair.
astonished that we are winning again, Bob.
Don't go
It's
to
okay.
bragging
Hold
when
on
you
to your
haven't even
popcorn.
picked a wagon. Don't go to bragging, Enrique. You haven't even picked a wagon. Anyway, thank you to Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. Our second heat is coming your way. Compliments of Baylor, Ford, and STX Beef. Let me put it to you this way. Andy and Janie,
We're listening.
which wagon is going to lose this race?
Well, that can be a bit offensive to the wagon driver, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Baylor Medicine. It's going to happen this time. Count on it.
All right, they're picking
Winner
Baylor
can have
for
this
the.
popcorn.
They're picking Baylor for the win. Luis, man, I'm going with Ford. They're due. They're due.
Ford is going to win on this one. Here we go. Ford.
Hey, boys, you know the difference between pickers and winners? You're a picker.
I couldn't pick my nose this week.
Well, I didn't win anything chug wagon racing, so my kids had to win something
Saturday,
at the
let's go.
carnival. Here's lap number 1. Come on, fans of Baylor Medicine, we need a win.
All right, Baylor Medicine, move on to the inside. Let's catch the lead on them. And look at those horses. They're starting to fly. Andy and Janie for the comeback.
Come on, baby.
Hey, but look who's ahead. STX State Saturday. Let's go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Ford. Somebody scream.
STX. STX. STX al frente. Vámonos. STX.
Third race, they have
STX.
won for Enrique and I. Mustang Cats won 3 races. You heard me say a minute ago, all you pickers, keep on picking.
How can you get cocky when you haven't even picked a wagon?
I didn't have to. I just took what was left over. I'll beat you on a handful of crumbs.
I'm starting to think the losers
We
should
have the
pick
mind
last.
control.
I'm starting to think
called
Boyd
mind
has no
control.
room to talk because Bob is kicking our patootie.
Yeah, you guys really aren't beating us by that much.
Not very nice when your patooties getting kicked. Thank you to Baylor, Ford, and STX Beef for bringing us our heat number 2. Okay. You came here to see it, and you're going to see it in just a few moments. Mutton Bustin's coming up pretty quick.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's a word from our chairman of the board, Patman Phillips.
Howdy, I'm Pat Man Phillips, and I'm privileged to serve as chairman of the board of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. On behalf of the show's 36,000 volunteers, we want to thank you for your support so we can keep doing what we do best, promote agriculture, our rich Western heritage, and support the youth of Texas. I've lived in Texas all my life, but it wasn't until I moved to Houston that I felt the power of a community that works together. We have access to all forms of professional sports, music, and live entertainment. And it's right here in our own backyard.
There's nowhere else we would rather have our organization or a basketball team than Houston. You know, it's home. I love to brag about the Rockets and the other sports teams in town. And one of the first things out of my mouth when I'm talking about the great qualities of Houston is the rodeo.
I'm a music guy, so knowing the wide range of programming that the rodeo offers over the course of March is incredible to me, and in that I think the Houston Symphony and the rodeo have a lot in common.
These organizations bring fans together to celebrate under one roof. They stimulate the economy, provide education, and give back to the community. It doesn't matter if the performance is on a stage, grass, or dirt. They make our city not just a place to live, but a place to be proud of.
I feel like we've never been in a better spot as partners, and our partnership as we're looking into the future is really, really bright.
I think we should all be grateful to be in this town, and we're grateful that we have the rodeo to kind of bring us all together every year.
I think our relationship with the rodeo is unique. We both have the same goals for the community, and that's a partnership that we've enjoyed and we want to continue for many years.
Because of you, we can all continue to do what we do best, and for us, that means promoting agriculture, showcasing our rich Western heritage, and supporting education for the youth of Texas. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Let's rodeo!
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Hey folks, it's time to vote for the Hard Luck Awards, sponsored by Amegy Bank. You get to be the judge and decide who our winner is tonight. Watch the replays and your applause will determine who had the toughest luck. They'll go home with an extra $200 in their pocket thanks to Amegy Bank. We have 3 rides for you to vote on. We want you to cheer for all of our athletes, but save your biggest applause for who you think had the roughest ride. Okay, the greatest thing about this competition is you're the judge of it. It's your applause that determines who wins the money. But listen to me, we're only giving you 3 chances. And we've never been over 100 on the dB meter that we use to measure the audience's applause in one performance. But I think on a Dwight Yoakam Saturday, we're gonna be able to go over 100 3 times, all right? So let's get it started with our first high-flying, hard luck award right here. Amegy Bank, first guy, Colton Kaufman, a bull rider. Watch it. The left leg of the bull is going to step right on top of his shin. Have you ever hit your shin? It stings, it hurts. Watch this. Man, this guy paid a price. Now y'all need to make a bunch of noise. Go! $94. Okay, get another pull off of that beverage because we got to do better than that. All right, here comes a steer wrestler from South Dakota, and he's going to turn into a gymnast. A complete 360 as he misses the handlebars. Watch this, over and up. A complete 360 as he hits the dirt. Jace Melvin can't hold on and pays the price. Now you need to pay him off with your hands and voices. Come on, Houston. '92, we're going the wrong direction. No, wait, hold this next clip. What I'm about to tell you is the God's truth. The guy I'm about to show you left here, went to the hospital, and they had to have surgery on his leg. He's out for the season. So watch what happens to Jade Frost in the bull riding last night. Let's roll it. You're gonna get 4 looks at this, and none of them are pretty. You see how that bull stepped on his leg right there? I meant it went 45 degrees in the wrong direction. Look at that, folks. This guy spent the night in the hospital and had surgery today. If anybody deserves a 100-point score, it's Jade Frost. Bring it. Come on, Houston. That's the highest score of the rodeo. 102 Thank you, Houston. And thanks to you, Jade Frost gets the title for tonight's Hard Luck Award, sponsored by M&G Bank. During our last rodeo performance on Championship Saturday, we're going to show you our toughest, roughest rides, and the winner that day will be crowned this year's Hard Luck Award champion. They'll walk away with a grand prize of $2,500. That's the Hard Luck Awards, sponsored by M&G Bank. Well, it's been worth the wait, y'all. It's finally time. Mutton Bustin' coming your way. Sponsored by HEB. And to call the action, we go down to the kids, Janie and Andy.
We are so glad to be kids that have kids.
Exactly, but these kids are our real stars. We are ready, we're excited. It's time for the Mutton Bustin'.
Let's get it going with Clara Blackman, a 5-year-old from Houston, Texas. Come on down, Clara, with those sparkly boots.
Clara making a great ride to kick us off all the way to the end. She wants to be a doctor when she grows up. Andy, I told you these are awesome kids.
Well, let's try a singer. Camila Bonilla, 5 years old from Houston, and a quick trip.
Okay, that was a difficult sheep. You took a big leap out of there.
Touche. Liliana Butler, 5 years old from Sugar Land.
Oh, and you gotta look at those kicks right there. She's a Nike girl. How fun. Good ride for her. And she loves the mutton busting for a reason.
Hayden Clark is a fish collector that likes eating queso and chips. So do I, Hayden.
Oh, and Hayden is a cowboy. Look at that ride. All the way to the far side, hung off the side, but he made it work.
This is so awesome. Stella Edgeller, 5 years old from Houston, wants to be known as DJ Stella.
Let's hear it for DJ Stella in the house. And she's a good mutton buster. That was awesome.
5-year-old Kinsley Egley of Houston, Texas. Go, Kinsley!
She wants to be a nail tech when she grows up, but she's also a great mutton buster. Is she still on that sheep? How impressive.
If you go to Baytown, Texas, you'll find Hudson Hewlett, 6-year-old Hudson, out and after it.
Hudson wants to be an Amazon driver when he grows up, but he just drove that sheep all the way to the backside of the pen.
Well, Frankie Knutson wants to grow up to be a rodeo announcer from Piney Point Village.
A kid after your own heart, Andy. Gotta love that, and good ride.
Nice job, Frankie. Caroline Krampitz of Belleville, Texas, the 5-year-old artist in training.
Favorite event is the bull riding. I love those pink pants. They look like her favorite food, cotton candy.
6-year-old Remy Letzos of Houston, Texas. Remy's favorite event is mutton busting. Now you get to be a part of it.
She also loves the sheep. She wants to be a teacher. We are still on that sheep. Wow, she just stepped off, making it look easy. Way to go, cowgirl.
Back to Houston with Hudson Saunier, 6-year-old Hudson. Loves bull riding and corn dogs.
Hang on, Hudson. Give it all you've got. Oh! Oh, wow! That is what you call a tough kid right there. We hit the back fence. We have sheep on the loose.
It's anarchy. The sheep are revolting. Here comes Jack McStravage. Richmond, Texas, 5-year-old.
Wants to be a scientist. Wow, I told you, well-rounded group.
Alice Perrin, here comes Alice.
A rodeo girl in her awesome rodeo girl outfit. Look at those pink sparkly boots. Best dress I've ever seen. I love it.
5-year-old Hudson Swanberg of Harlingen, Texas. Hudson loves bull riding and wants to be a police officer.
I like those American flag cowboy boots. Wow, another great ride. These kids are practiced up. He's just gonna hang out on that sheep.
And
we're still on the sheep.
And then there was one, Camila Casiano, 6-year-old Camila wants to grow up to be a ballerina doctor. Sounds like a great occupation.
Come on, Camila! Cheering for her and a great ride. Wow, this is gonna be a tough one to judge. An amazing group of kids.
Well, those kids all leave here with a bag number that has their name on it. They get a special prize just for being part of our mutton bustin'. But each and every time we have our mutton bustin', we crown a champion. That's someone that rode maybe a little bit farther and did it just a little bit better. And if you do so, you get the best prize of all. You get a buckle, and you get to have a bonus chat with the one and only Janie.
Our champion tonight in the Mutton Bustin', Hudson, you rode that sheep all the way to the end of the pen. How did you practice for that?
With my dad on a trampoline.
Ah, well, that really played out for you well. Hey, who do you want to be when you grow up?
An artist.
An artist! And hey, because you're our champion, Joe from HEB is going to give you this beautiful belt buckle. Go ahead and take it out, show it to the camera because you are our winner. Let's hear it for Hudson in the Mutton Bustin'.
The stoic Cowboy says thank you to HEB for bringing us the Mutton Bustin'.